Hello and welcome to today's episode of the Best Today podcast. Today, I am attempting to try something new. Recently, in our customer and audience survey, a few of you asked if I could record shorter episodes to help you kind of digest bite-sized material, and maybe because your time for entertaining or listening to podcasts might be shorter. So once a month, I am going to commit to attempting, this is my promise, this is what I can do, attempting to do shorter episodes. I'm going to shoot for 10 minutes or less of the actual content. So that's not counting the beginning and the ending of the podcast, and also the middle where we usually share a story from a customer. Okay. So I am going to start my timer right now and see, can she do it? Timer started. So today, what we're talking about is this underlying assumption that happens in comparison. And I was thinking about this, where you get all your great ideas in the shower one night. And even in talking it out to myself and taking notes on what I wanted to talk about here on the podcast, it gave me a revelation about the true root of comparison, which to me also shows the true danger in comparison. I'm sure you've all heard before, comparison is the thief of joy or thief of happiness or thief of peace or all these things, but it's actually more than that. And that's the realization that I had that I now want to share with you in this short episode. And the great thing about this being a shorter episode is I hope that it now gives you more time to let this drop into your mind and to think about it. My hope for these shorter episodes in particular is that I'm going to drop one little seed, which might have been one part of a larger episode, right? One seed that I want you to take and think about it, journal about it, come discuss it in the membership, Best Today membership. Really let that be like a one kind of seed thing. And of course, it might lead to another podcast episode where we go longer and in more depth and more conversation about that. But these 10-minute or less episodes, I really want to be like dropping one heavy seed so that you can give yourself time to water it and let it really grow in your mind. Okay. So here's what I discovered as I was thinking through this in the shower and then beyond. For me, I believe that the underlying assumption in comparison is thinking that we are all running the same race with the same instructions and the same destination. Specifically, when we're talking about our specific and unique human lives, right? I'm not talking about spiritually, because there is the understanding, some people like spiritually, we are all on this same journey with the same, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about comparison, because no one's really, out there comparing, saying, oh, her spiritual blah, blah. That's not what's being compared. So that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about in our actual lived out human lives, because we are humans. Thinking that we are all running the same race with the same instructions and the same destination is not only wrong, incorrect, but actually it is also contradictory if you are a person who believes about like a global, bigger spiritual picture, right? Failing to see that we are different and that we have different gifts, we have different talents, we have different desires, and it's that uniqueness of us that make us all work. Collectively, we're better when we are free to identify and cultivate and live out our unique gifts. So every time I say that, I think I'm saying gift like GIF, but gifts with a T, talents, thoughts, views, perspectives. For me, comparison, and let me stop saying for me, this is facts. This is facts. Comparison assumes that we are one big homogeneous bubble. So if you have it, I should have it. If you do it, I should do it. If you look that way, I should look that way. And that just got me thinking that, a part of this underlying assumption of sameness or homogeny that I think is dangerous. And the real reason I want to drop this seed in your mind to let it grow and to give you space and time to sit with it is this. Here's the revelation that I had as I was thinking just about, it's because we all think we're supposed to have the same thing, do the same thing, but we're different. We're gifted different. We're built different. We're given different personalities, perspectives, ways to see things, ways to communicate, which is necessary because someone listening to me isn't going to get it. But hearing someone else to explain the thing I'm trying to say, they get it. So we are different for the benefit of us all collectively. And so here's this revelation I had. Okay, here it is. Boom. Here's what this episode is really what I want to drop into your mind. This is the revelation I had, y'all. When I was thinking about comparison. Comparison at the root is a failure to see oneself. That's what I realized. At the root of comparison is a failure to see yourself. And you know why that's important to me, because just as I told you in episode 32, one of the 4 principles behind everything we do here is self-awareness and self-love. So 2 of the principles, self-awareness and self-love. So this really is important. At Best Today, we exist to help women just like you be your best one today at a time. So each week on the podcast, we are going to highlight your stories and your voices. So let's see what's in the inbox today. This week, we have a message from Kristen, who writes about Right Now Routine. Kristen says that Right Now Routine is simple, clear, and brilliant. The taco method is something that has helped me to do better on following through on my goals. I am a great starter, but not a great finisher. This routine is helping me to get rid of that mindset and claim that I am a great finisher too. Here's the thing. If you have not gone to rightnowroutine.com, get over there now. Hit pause, go to rightnowroutine.com and learn why so many women have learned how to create realistic routines that work for your life right now. Learn the taco method that will teach you how to be consistent with your routines. Again, that's rightnowroutine.com. Head on over there right now. At the root of comparison is a failure to see your own self, because your eyes, your emotion, your energy is misguided and misdirected off of you and onto someone else. You know, your energy and your emotions and all of these things are off of getting to know you. They're not concentrated on trusting you, trusting in your story and how your story unfolds, and becoming and doing what is required for you and your life and the things that have been given and assigned to you, because you're out looking somewhere else. It's not about, you're no longer believing and living like you are uniquely and wonderfully and beautifully made with purpose, because you are. And here's the thing, understanding that and then living that out is a lifetime of work. It's a lifetime of work, beautiful work. And I don't mean work in a negative way. But it's a lifetime work to unpack and uncover and discover and to cultivate who we are and what we have to bring into this world through our being first, not doing first. And comparison takes our eyes off of the road of our specific and unique journey, which, by the way, many other people's lives may be dependent upon. You know, which takes me back to that underlying assumption of homogeny and sameness, sameness in skill and desire and the like. It's because we are different that we're able to be a great help to one another collectively. Okay, so that's it. According to my time, I've been talking for 6 minutes, 37, 38, 39 seconds. So I'm still under my 10-minute mark, but that's what I really want you may have to rewind and listen to that again, because again, it was short, but it was like, this was heavy. This is one of the things that you might need to dilute with water to be able to digest, but it's really important. It's concentrated. It's a concentrated message. I want to honor my attempt to give you all once a month, a 10-minute or less episode to drop that seed that I hope you will then use the remainder of your week to think about, to journal about. Of course, if you're in the Best Today membership, which why aren't you? Unless you're new, hey, come join us. Let's talk about it over there as well. I'm sure we will be unpacking this. And if you're not in the membership community, go on over to besttodaycommunity.com today, which will also be linked in the show notes at besttodayguide.com/35. And if doors are open, get yourself inside. And if when you go to that, there's a wait list, get on that wait list, because we're looking for you. But the thing that I want you to remember from this seed that's been dropped in episode 35, and I'm still under my 10 minutes, is the next time comparison creeps into your thoughts, I want you to say out loud to yourself, at the root of comparison is a failure to see myself. For me, that would wake me up enough to be like, hold up. I am too important to not be focused on self. And I don't mean that in a selfish way, but I believe those of you who are listening and really open to receive understand that, because I'm not going to go into that. I'm not talking about in a selfish way. We're talking about in a self-loving, self-aware way. So at the root of comparison is a failure to see yourself. I want you to see you. I want you to understand and grasp with both hands fully that you are uniquely and wonderfully made with purpose. And of course, you don't look like that person. That person doesn't look like you, and the way that they do it doesn't look like that, because we are all wonderfully and fearfully and uniquely made with unique and specific purpose. And it is a lifetime of work to unpack and uncover and discover and to cultivate that. And because of that, we have no space or time for comparison. We have to stay on our specific roads because, like I said, someone else's life very likely may be dependent upon it. I have still not hit my 10-minute mark. I'm at 9 minutes. I'm going to stop here, but I'm going to leave you with this. At the root of comparison is a failure to see yourself. And I want you to see yourself today and every day. So thank you for being present with me for this very first seed episode. I'm going to call these seeds, where I just drop one good seed in your mind. Thank you for being present with me. Until next time, remember that you are capable and you are worthy of being your best one today at a time. And you have everything you need to have everything you want. So go on, shout it out as you live it out. This is what my best today looks like. I'll talk to you again real soon. If you enjoyed this week's episode of the Best Today podcast, you are going to love the Best Today Guide. Our Better Than a Planner guide teaches you how to get clear on what you want, identify your self-destructive habits and behaviors, and intentionally create space to prioritize yourself every single day. Don't go the journey to being your best one today at a time without the Best Today Guide. See inside its pages and order yours today at besttodayguide.com. Even better, when you order the Best Today Guide, we gift you with your first month free inside of the Best Today membership. So what are you waiting for? We're giving you everything you need to trade busy for intention. Go to besttodayguide.com and order yours today and join thousands of women across the globe proclaiming each day, this is what my best today looks like.